In this lesson, we're going to be looking at this amazing resource for DALL-E 2 from pitch.com. So let's jump right into it. Here we can see the DALL-E 2 prompt book, and this is pretty extensive. We're not going to go through the whole thing together, but I'm going to show you what kind of information you are going to see here. So really, what this is good for is finding the right modifiers and terms to input in your prompts so that you can get exactly what you're looking for, or maybe find some inspiration for something that you didn't know that you wanted. So here are some amazing works that have been created by DALL-E, and this has a lot of charm in this pitch book, and we're gonna just be going through some of these solid examples, which really, I suggest reading. Everything that I'm skipping over here talks about prompt design, prompt engineering, but I'm trying to get to some prompt modifiers specifically. So here you can see the positive mood, low energy, negative mood, low energy. You can see the different modifiers it's using and the outputs that it will give. You can see big and free, big and structured, small and free. Here it goes into some specific styles. You can see at the bottom here, this is what Gothic/fantasy looks like. This is steampunk, this is biopunk, and these are just names of different styles. Now we're gonna jump into photography, and it has a little overview of photography, but you can see this is what an extreme close-up looks like. What a close-up, medium shot, long shot, extreme long shot. And this is helpful because maybe in your mind's eye you see a picture and you're like, I want an extreme close-up of somebody's mouth. Well, now you know that extreme close-up is what that's called. Low angle and overhead view. And it's important when you're looking at these, remember how they make you feel, because at the end of the day, it's still about emotion. So this overhead view or this low angle, like they have a different vibe, and just start, don't lose sleep over it, but start remembering if any of these in particular give you some kind of emotional response. Fast shutter speed, slow shutter speed, they have different vibes. Motion blur is pretty cool. Natural and outdoor lighting, blue hour. This is, right before sunrise or right after sunset, midday, golden hour with this pig, flash photography, what is this? Ooh, backlighting, backlit, I mean, this is cool. This is a really cool photo. An elf man, studio lighting, disposable camera that has a certain nostalgia to it, camera obscura, black and white, red scale, bleach bypass. It's really good to spend some color splash is cool. It's really good to spend some time and try to remember these phrases, because when you're in the heat of the moment, it's important to know, what do you want to pull from? Do you want something to be in the style of the TV show Starsky and Hutch, 1975? Maybe you can't remember all the uplighting, downlighting, whatever. Maybe you can't remember that, but you do know that you love how Blade Runner looked, and you're like, I want that Blade Runner vibe. That's a perfectly good way to communicate to DALL-E. Or you want something to have a Stranger Things look. That works great. So here we have photo genres and usage context, and here we have portrait photography, and here we have some famous portrait photographers. If you like any of their styles, I suggest Googling their work to see if you like how they look. Here we're gonna go into different illustration styles, from pencil drawings to ballpoint pen, etching, dive into watercolor, pastels, airbrush, low poly as an illustration style, layered paper, storybook, digital painting, blueprint, scientific diagram, isometric 3D, and this resource just goes on and on, showing you how you can pull from you can pull the Pixar style, the 90s Disney look, the Spirited Away look, vintage Disney, comic book, South Park, Family Guy. Really, this is here to show you and unlock your creativity, because all of these little inputs will dramatically change your output. Here we have Dr. Seuss, art history. You can go into ancient Egyptian murals, you can Roman mosaics, go in the Renaissance, the Baroque period, Impressionist, Post-Impressionist, Art Deco, color field painting, Cubism, Futurism, Neo-Expressionism, Edward Hopper, Salvador Dali. If you like a specific painter or artist, you can have DALL-E create in that style. And you can get even more specific. We can get into 3D art, a jade sculpture, ice carving, sand sculpture, and articles of clothing, or as they say, things for the human body. This backpack, these shoes, some nail art, places and spaces. You got everything. You can do outdoors, indoors, stage sets, domestic interiors. So I suggest you going through the rest of this prompt book on your own time. Now I'm going to take some of the prompts that we've looked at and make something cool, and I suggest that you do the same. So I'm gonna create an image with some of the prompts that we just saw. So we'll try a painting of a flying avocado, papercraft origami in the style of Salvador Dali. Okay, so we'll do a flying avocado papercraft origami. And you can see our flying avocado papercraft origami. It's pretty silly, but what I asked for was pretty silly as well. So now we'll try a marble statue of a cat in the style of Stranger Things. As you can see here, this has some of the Stranger Things colors. This could maybe be a Stranger Things, but I think this one really shows more of the vibe of what I think of when I think of Stranger Things. So that's just to showcase this resource. It's really full of so many amazing words and modifiers and phrases to use to help your prompts.